Hey everyone, let's discuss what are some common misconceptions that are floating around out there about buying land. So, the first is that buying and owning land is a complicated process. Here, nothing could really be further than the truth because the process of buying, holding, and selling land is typically very easy. So, there's no upkeep, you don't need to pay for maintenance when you own the land, and you of course, need to keep up on your property taxes, but that's pretty much it. And then when you sell, you'll have to pay capital gains, or you can turn your earnings around into a 1031 exchange, buying another like property. Another misconception is you'll have to find a buyer when you're ready to sell. So, most often, you will not need to list your land for sale. I like to think of it like this: when the fruit tree is ripe, the fruit's going to drop from the tree, meaning when your selling opportunity is right, you're going to start to get letters from buyers that are interested in purchasing your land. Another thing that comes up sometimes is people think, well, I'm going to have to buy that land and then spend more money, more investment on building it or improving on the land. And that is not at all true. So it's very rare that anybody is going to buy land for investment purposes and then build. So most of the time, when you buy land for investment, you're going to sell it just the same way you bought it with nothing on it. The other thing that some people think is you're going to have to wait a really long time to resell that property. Now, of course, it depends on the area. This goes back into educating yourself on what you're buying. And it also depends on how you define a long time. This is definitely a buy and hold strategy. So, depending on the parcel and the area, you should plan on holding your investment in land for a minimum of 2 years. Okay. And then other people think this is much like residential real estate. So they think when I'm ready to buy, I'll just find it on Zillow or the MLS. But you won't, because much of the better parcels that are available out there are available off market. So you may find some land for sale on Zillow or the MLS, but again, most land is not available there. So the company I'm with, the broker I'm with, Professional Land Corp, we have over 700 parcels of land available, none of them on the MLS. And buying land is very different, or somewhat different maybe, than buying residential real estate. So many of the practices and processes are different. Now, some people think you have to be in California or be a resident in order to buy here. Also, nope. So we sell to people all the time who are from out of state or foreign citizens. Some people get mad about this, to which I say, come on in, the water's fine, we will sell to you too. Now, there is one very small stipulation by the Department of Real Estate where if you are buying a parcel in a subdivision, you do need to come here physically in person. You don't have to stay. This is something where we've had clients who just fly in for the afternoon, meet with us for maybe 30 minutes, an hour to fill out the paperwork, get their information, and then they fly out. So, who are we and why should you listen to us? My name is Jill. I've been in real estate since 2014 in California. My broker is the Professional Land Corporation, who's been in the business of selling land in California for over 30 years. We really love to educate our clients about the land opportunities here and help them become successful land investors. We have 5-star reviews on Google as well as Yelp. We have a 10-point checklist, a rigorous one at that, that all of our parcels of land must pass, which means we don't just sell any land. We also offer seller financing with no credit check. So this is very simple. We have fixed terms at 7.5% interest and affordable monthly payments. Okay. And finally, if you're interested in hearing more about land, finding out if this is the right investment for you, I would encourage you to reach out to me. Here's all my information, and we can either set up an appointment in person at our offices in Laguna Hills or meet with you on Zoom or Google Meet. Thanks for stopping by today and hope to talk to you soon.